The little princess finishes first grade. In the middle of the Silver Cloud Kingdom stood a sparkling castle school called Moonbeam Magic Academy. It was not an ordinary school. The classrooms had flying bookshelves. The pencils sometimes sang songs. The classroom fish swam through the air instead of water. And every morning, the bell rang by itself with a cheerful ding, ding, ding. This year, the smallest student at the academy was Princess Lily. Princess Lily was only 6 years old. She had soft golden curls, shiny shoes, and a little silver wand that was almost as long as her arm. Today was a very special day. It was the very last day of first grade. Princess Lily sat up in bed as soon as the morning sun peeked through her window.
Today is my last day of first grade,
she whispered excitedly. She jumped out of bed, brushed her teeth, put on her school cloak, and hurried downstairs. At breakfast, Queen Mama smiled.
You look extra sparkly today.
I'm excited, but also a little funny inside,
said Lily. King Papa folded his newspaper.
Funny how?
Lily stirred her strawberry porridge slowly.
I'm happy because I finished first grade, but I'm also sad because everything will change. What if second grade is harder? What if I forget something? What if my classroom won't feel the same?
Queen Mama gave her a gentle hug.
That feeling is called growing. Growing can feel exciting and scary at the same time.
King Papa nodded.
And do you know what? You do not need to know everything to be brave.
Princess Lily thought about that all the way to school. When she arrived at Moonbeam Magic Academy, the school was shining brighter than ever. Silver ribbons floated through the hallways. Tiny stars danced above the doors. A sign over the classroom said, "Congratulations, first graders." Inside the classroom, Miss Moonflower stood beside the blackboard. She wore her usual purple robe with stars stitched on the sleeves.
Good morning, little moonbeams,
she said warmly.
Good morning, Miss Moonflower,
the children replied. Lily sat beside her best friends, Ruby and Max. Ruby had bright golden hair and loved drawing dragons. Max wore blue clothes and always knew the answers in potion class.
I can't believe it's the last day,
Ruby whispered.
I know. I'm going to miss the singing pencils,
said Max. Right then, one of the pencils began to sing. Last day! Last day! Hooray! Hooray! Everyone laughed. Miss Moonflower clapped her hands.
Today, we are going to take a special journey through everything you learned in first grade.
A journey?
asked Lily. Miss Moonflower smiled.
The memory trail.
At once, the classroom floor shimmered. A glowing path appeared across the room and out the door. Along the path were 5 magical stations.
At each station, you will remember something important you learned this year,
said Miss Moonflower. The children lined up excitedly. The first station was in the garden behind the school. There, they found a tiny tree with only one lonely leaf. A little sign said, "Can you help the tree grow?" Princess Lily looked around.
There's no watering can,
said Max.
There's no sunshine spell,
said Ruby. Then Lily remembered something from the beginning of the year.
Plants need care every day, not all at once. We can work together.
She gently patted the soil. The children took turns watering the tree, loosening the soil, and singing the growing song they had learned in science class. Slowly, tiny green leaves appeared, then pink flowers, then shiny golden apples.
Well done. You remembered patience,
Said Miss Moonflower. Lily smiled proudly. At the second station, the children entered the library tower. But something was wrong. Hundreds of books were flying everywhere. One upside-down book cried, "Help! We are mixed up!" A book about frogs was beside a book about stars. A book about numbers was inside a basket of fairy tales. The librarian owl flapped his wings anxiously. "Who can sort the books?" he hooted. Max looked worried.
There are too many.
But Lily remembered another lesson.
When things feel too big, we can do one little part at a time.
So Ruby sorted the fairy tale books. Max sorted the number books. Lily sorted the animal books. Soon the library was tidy again. The owl smiled.
You remembered teamwork.
The children beamed. At the third station, they walked into the music room. But all the instruments were quiet. The piano looked sad. The drums were drooping. Even the little triangle sat silently in the corner. A sign floated in the air. "What makes music magical?" said Ruby.
Playing loudly?
"Guessed Max,"
Playing quickly?
said Ruby. Lily thought for a moment. Then she remembered music class.
Listening?
She said softly. So the children listened. They listened to the soft wind outside. They listened to the drip-drop of the fountain. They listened to each other breathing. Then Lily tapped the drum gently. Ruby played the piano softly. Max rang the triangle. Soon the room filled with the loveliest music. Not too loud, not too fast. Just right. The instruments began dancing happily.
You remembered kindness and listening,
Said Miss Moonflower. At the fourth station, the children entered the Hall of Mirrors. There were many mirrors inside. Some made Lily look tiny. Some made her look tall and wiggly. One mirror showed Lily with a crooked crown. Another showed her with dragon wings. In the middle of the room was the biggest mirror of all, but it was covered by a curtain. Miss Moonflower pointed to it.
This is the mirror of true you. One by one, step forward.
Ruby went first. She pulled back the curtain and gasped.
I see myself painting beautiful pictures.
Max looked into the mirror next.
I see myself making new potions and helping people.
Then it was Lily's turn. Her tummy felt fluttery. She slowly pulled back the curtain. At first, she only saw herself, a small princess with messy curls and slightly crooked shoes. Then the mirror began to glow. Lily saw herself helping a lost unicorn find its way home. She saw herself reading stories to younger children. She saw herself standing in second grade, smiling bravely.
You are kind. You are curious. You are brave.
The mirror whispered. Princess Lily blinked.
But sometimes I feel scared.
She whispered. The mirror shimmered.
Brave does not mean never scared. Brave means trying, even when you are scared.
Lily smiled. Maybe she really was brave after all. At the final station, the children arrived at the top of the tallest tower. The sky was turning pink and gold. On the tower stood a silver door with a shining star in the middle. Above the door were the words, "The door to second grade." The children looked at one another.
Should we open it?
Ruby whispered,
What if it's too hard?
said Max. Lily felt the funny feeling again, the one that was happy and nervous at the same time. She took a deep breath. Then she remembered everything she had learned. Patience, teamwork, listening, being brave. She stepped forward and gently pushed the door. Creak. The silver door slowly opened. Behind it was not something scary at all. It was a beautiful classroom full of sunlight. There were new books, new star maps, new potions, and bigger desks. A little sign on the wall said, "Welcome, future second graders." On each desk was a tiny gift box. The children hurried inside. Princess Lily opened her box. Inside was a small silver star with the words, "You did it." Lily held the star tightly. Suddenly, she did not feel quite so worried anymore. Because second grade was not waiting for a different girl. It was waiting for her. The same Lily who had learned and grown all year long. Later that afternoon, the children gathered in the garden for the end of first grade celebration. There were strawberry cakes, rainbow juice, and floating balloons shaped like moons and stars. Miss Moonflower called each child to the front. When it was Lily's turn, Miss Moonflower knelt beside her.
Princess Lily, when first grade began, you were afraid to speak in class,
she said. Lily nodded. She remembered. On the very first day, she had hidden behind her chair.
But this year, you asked questions, helped your friends, and learned to believe in yourself,
said Miss Moonflower. She placed a golden ribbon around Lily's neck.
for finishing first grade with a brave heart.
Everyone clapped. Queen Mama wiped away a happy tear. King Papa cheered loudly. That night, Lily lay in bed with her silver star beside her pillow. Outside her window, the moon shone softly over Moonbeam Magic Academy. Tomorrow, summer would begin, and after summer, second grade. Princess Lily still felt a tiny bit nervous, but now she also felt ready. She hugged her star and smiled.
I finished first grade.
She whispered proudly. Then she closed her eyes and drifted into the sweetest dream of all. A dream where she was walking through the silver door again, hand in hand with her friends, toward a brand new adventure.